To start here this morning as well, where of course we understand family and friends will pay tribute to the late anti-apartheid activist, that's Frene Ginwala, this at the official government memorial service today.
Now, she's been hailed as a champion of justice and women's rights. Remind you that Ginwala died at the age of 90. She was, of course, the first Speaker of Parliament here in South Africa when we came into democracy.
Let's get to this now with eNCA senior reporter Silindelo Masikane, who joins us this morning for more on this. And Silindelo, very warm good morning to you following this story. I mean, what's expected today at the memorial?
Of course, it's going to be not only a celebration of Dr. Ginwala's life, but also just remembering the contribution that she has made to our constitutional democracy, the very first Speaker of Parliament. We are finding ourselves in the city centre here in the Johannesburg CBD, where the official program for the official memorial service will start at around 10 a.m. this morning. At this point, the precinct around the City Hall is being secured. My colleague Shahid will show you that in fact it is quite difficult to get into the precinct as preparations get underway. In fact, the hall is busy being prepped at this moment to receive dignitaries, to receive government officials, and as you've said, family and friends, as well as comrades of Dr. Ginwala who will be gathering here to remember her life. We know that on the 17th of January, President Cyril Ramaphosa, in fact, declared 7 days of mourning in honor of Dr. Ginwala. She was, of course, an esteemed member, Dumelo, of the Order of Luthuli, and she passed away sadly on the 12th of January at the age of 90 following a stroke 2 weeks prior. So we do know, of course, that today we are expecting that President Ramaphosa will be expanding on her life as well as delivering the eulogy. We are expecting a number of speakers as well to take to the podium to just speak about the memories they have of her, as well as the contribution that she has made to this democracy. We had, in fact, an opportunity to speak to somebody who worked quite closely with Dr. Ginwala during her time as Speaker of Parliament. That is Kamal Mansoura, who's just going to tell us a little bit more about the kind of leader that she was as the Speaker of Parliament and how she wanted to be relatable to the people of South Africa. Let's take a listen.
It was really a pleasure working with Speaker Ginwala. From 1994, of course, when she came in, I was fortunate enough to be at Parliament, to be at what we call the table of the National Assembly when Speaker Ginwala was elected the first Speaker. And of course, on the same day, you will recall that President Mandela was elected the President of the country. My fondest memory of Speaker Ginwala is the first thing that came to mind, of course, when she became Speaker. We advised her then, I was part, of course, of the procedural staff at Parliament, and we advised her that she needs to get into a robe. You will recall from the Westminster system, all speakers are robed when they take the chair. And Speaker Ginwala, of course, refused to be robed. She said, I will not be robed. I will sit in this chamber in my sari with my white hair so that the public can recognize that the people are in charge of this parliament. So they will see a lady in a sari sitting there and conducting the proceedings of the House. And she said, you, Mr. Mansoura, you and your staff can look the clever ones sitting there with your robes in front of us and advising us. But we are the people, and we are leading the people, and we are the People's Parliament, so I will not be robed.
And Slee will, of course, wait for the official program to begin. 10 a.m. you mentioned. That's when, of course, we understand that memorial service for the late Frene Ginwala will, of course, take place out in Johannesburg City Centre. Silindelo Masikane, our senior reporter, tracking, of course, developments around the story. Thanks.